Hi, Bryan McWhorter here at Black Belt Lean Thinking. I want to talk to you about key performance indicators, KPIs. And this is a crucial step for putting together a good business model and production system. It begins with our goal. Again, we have our organization right here. So typically, as you go up the organization, you have fewer and fewer people with higher levels of authority. So you've got your workforce on the bottom. And again, it doesn't matter if we're talking manufacturing or restaurants or whatever, but we need to make sure that there's one main goal, one vision, a shared vision, and that all the activities support that vision. In the X Factor business book, I talk about the first thing that we need to do is make sure we understand our current condition. If you have any burning platform issues, by knowing our current condition, we'll be able to seize opportunities that are present to help us create that vision. Because the vision has to be seen as relevant and something that is achievable. So once we have that, then we need to create our KPIs. Okay, what are KPIs? KPIs are those measurables that let people know they're on track. Again, they've done studies before where if you give someone, say, a goal of walking 5 miles in a certain direction and they don't have a point of reference, say a building in the distance they can look at, or a compass, if they have no point of reference, they will always end up walking in circles. Again, they've tested this in different environments, like where it's dark or a forest or a desert, and they always walk in circles. We need a point of reference to let us know we're on the right track. Again, Hoshin Connery, the concept means having a compass. So again, we need to give our people compasses to where they know they're on track. Usually you talk to an employee and if they know what measurement management is judging them by, they know what to work towards. Again, we need to be very clear and upfront with what our expectations are, and we need to set them up for success. They want to succeed. Again, there's very little motivation for anyone to fail at anything they do. And truth be told, it's our human nature to want to succeed at anything. We want the bragging rights. We hate admitting that we failed at something. And so part of setting people up for success is good KPIs. So in a manufacturing environment, those key performance indicators could be setting up a department with shrinkage levels or scrap rates, amount of downtime for equipment, what's your yield, how much production, by setting these goals up, again, this gives them targets to work towards. Again, depending on the business, you'll set your KPIs up accordingly. Again, in a restaurant, it might be wait time for customers, the amount of customer complaints. But for everyone, from the cooks to the wait staff, we need good KPIs that they can follow and they can use to, again, create success. We need to remove ambiguity, and we want to make everything we do, again, simple, direct, and engaging. KPIs are how we engage them in achieving their success and the success of the organization. So once you have this goal, we need to make sure we've set up for every area, say, usually 2 to 5 good key performance indicators. You really don't want more than 6. Again, the more you spread out what you're doing, it's like a bigger battlefront. We want a laser, not a light bulb. We want good focus. So think of those KPIs that support this, and that's what you want to focus on. We don't want any activities that aren't supporting the main goal. The other thing you want to look at is leading indicators. When you're creating your KPIs, base them on leading indicators. You have leading and lagging indicators. To give you an example, injuries. If you're measuring safety, injuries are lagging indicators. Once someone's been hurt, it's too late. When I was at Phillips and driving safety, we came up with a 5-fold approach to safety based on leading indicators. The 3 leading indicators that let you know that there's potential an accident were shortcuts, snap decisions, and complacency. So we taught employees to look after those. The other 2 factors of our 5-fold approach were unsafe conditions and unsafe behaviors. These gave them 5 things they could look at and control before someone got hurt. Again, injuries, lagging indicators. So we're always looking for leading indicators, and we're really used to this anyway. Again, if you look at any of the sports we love, look at a football game, an American football game. What's happening on the field? Leading indicators. On the scoreboard? Lagging indicators. Once the points are on the board, they're not coming off. It's too late. Again, let's imagine these people here are our team on the field. Again, the rest of the people are support, our coaches or whatever. But the people on the field, these have to be trained to recognize what's going on and be able to respond to it. So they're looking at the leading indicators. They're looking at yardage gained, where they're at on the field, offense and defense, defensive position, control of the ball, turnovers. They're looking at all these so they can anticipate and set themselves up to score. So leading indicators are really what it's all about. So same, when we're setting up our KPIs, we need to give them things they can control. Now you also want to be very careful about stretch goals. If, say, you're giving them a target that they can only hit when things are going to work out just perfectly, well, you're going to discourage them from the get-go. Again, they have to be attainable. Also, they need to be benefit focused. If there's a stretch goal and there's no reward for hitting points of it, no dopamine, no wins, it's going to be very difficult to get people excited about that. There's got to be benefits. We want people to win often. So the more goals you can give them that set them up for win and celebration, objectives they can hit, then you can start moving that line and they'll want that win. Again, we all do. We like progress. Again, it's not enough to win. We want to win consistently. We know everything is in a state of change. So we want that dynamic to be continuous improvement. I like the way Vince Lombardi put it. Again, winners don't win some of the time. Winners win all the time. Winning has to become a habit. So we want to set them up in a way to where we give them objectives and get them hooked on winning. Again, we want everything to support this, and then we want to set our people up for success with good support by standard work instructions and everything they need to hit their goals, and again, seeing the benefits in those. So KPIs are really the next step after having this goal. Okay, we deploy down throughout the organization what that goal is. How do we hit it? Well, we hit it by having good key performance indicators and following them. Everyone knowing what their objectives are. Again, say 1 to 5 things that they can watch, again, leading indicators and control, and they see the support for that. So hopefully that helps you. Again, so I'd ask your organization or ask you, what is your goal? What's your Hoshin? What's that main thing you're going after? And for each employee throughout the organization, each department, do they have good key performance indicators that they're looking at? And I think I also mentioned in the book the importance of having a KPI tree. And that's just when you have a lot going on in lots of different departments with different KPIs. A KPI tree is just one place where you have listed all your key performance indicators for the different departments and how they're doing. So it's just a kind of a one-stop where you can look up how everything is supporting this. So again, a KPI tree just helps you to look at all of it. So hopefully that was helpful. So look at your own organization and how do you have the objectives set out for everybody.